Hey everyone, it's Duncan from overlandjournals.com. I'm in my man cave today. It's still a bit of a mess there. It's a work in progress, so I eventually get around to it. I just wanted to talk to you about this is my weekly vlog, and I wanted to talk to you about something I do whenever I travel outback. What I like to do is collect souvenirs, so that becomes a memoir for me, a trip memoir. Even if it's going back to the same location I've been there before, I'll still bring back, and that'll be a memoir for me, and I'll keep them, stored at home, and it becomes fantastic talking points when friends come over. So I've got heaps from years going back. So in our recent trip, we recently the outback trip we did, the video series is coming up by the way, so I'm busy editing it, so keep watching my channel. The video series should be out in the next 2 to 3 weeks time. We drove along, we did a tour along what's called the Ghan railway track. Now for those of you who are overseas, the Ghan railway track used to exist in central Australia from the late 1800s right up until 1980. Started with steam locomotives and then moved on to diesel engines, but it was a narrow gauge, and eventually the track moved on to a standard gauge, and the track is no longer where it used to be. So the old track is now gone, all derelict, and most of it don't even exist. There are places along the track that used to exist, which are ruins or ghost towns. It's a brilliant touring route, so you'll see that when the video series comes out. But anyway, so we stayed at this one railway siding called Coward Springs. It's a brilliant campsite right now. Loved it. I'll probably go back there many times. But anyway, so Coward Springs during the day was famous for two things. One, it had a natural hot water spring. It's still there, but for travelers, that was at the time it was perfect, because in the hot desert summer heat, that was a perfect place for them to stop, dip in, cool off. And the second best thing was there was a pub. So how cool is that? So you dip in there, you cool down, and then you hit the pub and have a good drink. So there used to be a pub. Now this pub ran from, I think, from 1888 or 1887 till 1953. So that's quite a long period that pub ran. So anyways, so when we were at Coward Springs, and we stayed there for 3 nights and 2 days, and on the second day we went for my wife and I, we went for a walk around the place, about like a 5 kilometer loop we walked. And while we were walking, we came across, buried partly into the ground, bottles like this, bottles from that era, right? So how cool was that? And we said, that's it, that's the souvenirs we want, or at least part of them. So we picked up these bottles and we brought them back. Now once we got back, okay, they have absolutely no value, no antiquity value at all. They're not even in one piece, some of them. So but a lot of sentimental value to us. So we picked up these and we brought them back. And once we got back, I spoke to a few people who are bottle collectors. Went online, a couple of forums, and sort of got some research on them, because I have no clue about these things. And here's the cool thing, right? Now, that is a beer bottle called a stubby over here in Australia, that I was told approximately, going by the markings at the bottom and shape and so on, I was told approximately late 1950s. This one, again, approximately, not entirely accurate, possibly 1940s, or even a little further up, like 1950s possibly. And then this one here, 1950s, approximately again. But here's the cool one. It's only part of it. It's not even complete. But going by the markings back here, I was told 1890s. That's 100 years I'm holding in my hands. It'll never get me any financial value, but sentimental value is through the roof as far as I'm concerned. 1890s. I wish this bottle could talk. 1890. That's over 100 years I'm holding in my hand. That's a really cool souvenir. We picked up a few other stuff as well, because of the railway track. Picked up that I have no clue what you call it, but I'm assuming that held the sleepers down. At that time, sleepers were made out of wood. It's concrete these days. That was wood those days. I'm sure that was used to hold the sleeper down, I'm assuming. And that, I'm again assuming, held the railway track down. right? I'm going to do some research, but how cool is this, right? So just wanted to share that with you. When you travel next, try and think of getting a souvenir, and you imagine 10 years down the line, you look back, an amount of memories that will bring back to you. Now, again, when you collect souvenirs, don't do anything that's illegal and don't do anything that will damage the environment. But, within that, it's really something cool to have. So I just wanted to share that with you in my vlog today. Keep watching out for that video series that's going to come out. And I'll show you the trip more in detail and I'll share that with you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, Overland Journals, and keep watching. I'll bring more videos and vlogs out as I go along. So I really hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.